What's up, guys? We are excited for our first game today. It's going to be Jenga Truth or Dare edition. So what's going to happen, I have a list of dares/truths on my phone. We're going to pull out our Jenga piece. It may or may not have a number on it. That number corresponds with a truth or a dare. And we'll just have to go from there. Oh, snap. All right, who's going first?
Me! Oh!
I called it. Who's going first?
Careful, man.
My strategy is to never take one that's easy.
Focus.
Oh, you can't do that.
Focus.
I don't like that.
Oh! Wow. Okay, I see that.
Impressive.
You caught it started straight. Jimmy.
Shane also knows where all the numbers are.
No, I rotated it, so I don't know the orientation of which I placed.
My strategy is find the weak point.
He just likes the middle.
Ah! Weak point. You like that? Look at that.
Ooh, no dare or truth on
No
that
dare
one.
there.
Let's see.
Look how nicely I straightened that for him. Look at that. It's all set up, ready to go.
Up.
Oh, that's...
Wow, look at that, man.
No truth on it, eh? All right.
All right, you only got 5 seconds for this one.
Oh, boy.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh! All right.
Number 3.
I got number 3.
Oh.
Number 3 is a random dare that Alex and I get to come up with.
What?
Oh,
I didn't think there were random dares in this thing.
You gotta let me slap you in the face as hard as I... No, I'm just joking, man. But, what's a good dare, man?
I don't know. We should make him... Ooh.
Well, I don't know. Just like, here, stay on the ground really quick.
Stare down at the ground?
No. I mean, lay on the ground.
On my stomach or my back?
Yeah, stomach.
Okay.
Okay? And then... I'm gonna jump over you. I've never done this before. I've never jumped over a human. Can you do it? Mission accomplished.
I was almost catching.
Alright, you can get up now. Oh. Actually, I should have made you do it where I'm trying to jump over your head. That would have been scary. Woo! Wow. It's tough to come up with dares on the
You
spot.
didn't have a whole lot of room to like get a cape out. I'm
just in a standing broad jump, man.
I'm scared.
It's pretty good. I'm 33, guys.
That's 6 feet broad jump right there.
Oh, hello.
Oh.
Easy. You're going
Right here from the bottom.
Dang.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Stone, your turn. I just went.
Okay.
Oh, what if I had landed on you? That would have really hurt.
That would have been.
Oh, Stone is winning the whole thing, dude. Oh, number 9.
I think that's either a 9 or a 6.
Wow, well, up to interpretation.
That looks like a 6 to my hand.
Okay, we'll go with 6. Number 6 is eat coffee grounds.
Oh! Do we got some coffee grounds?
We don't have coffee grounds right now, but we'll record that and insert it right here.
No, wait. We have to pause this recording right now because I want the rest of this. He'll have coffee taste in his mouth.
All right, so we'll be right back, and I'll be eating coffee grounds.
Options. We have French vanilla and donut shop. Which do you choose?
I think I'm gonna go with French vanilla.
Give him donut
Here you
shop. Don't give him what he wants, man.
All right.
Oh my goodness.
It's in here.
It's too easy. He likes French vanilla. Oh, wow.
All right.
I hope you guys are going to vacuum later. Jeez. My
camera's
I always have to clean things. How much of this do I have to
We'll tell you when. Go ahead, man. Go first. Yeah, let's see. I think that's enough. I think that's pretty
Okay,
good.
spit that out. That's disgusting. Oh my gosh. That's like the cinnamon challenge.
Oh, gosh. Oh, no.
The rest of this game, go spit that out in the trash right here. Oh, that is awful.
There you go, man.
Dude, your reaction had me gagging. I don't even know what's up.
Hope this coffee doesn't leave a stain.
I smell it so strong. All right, so Stone survived, and we're just gonna keep going. It's close. It's my turn. My turn. Let's go.
Here we go.
All right.
Crazy man made this so dangerous, so I'm gonna go up here maybe.
That's a good pull. Good pull, man. Proud of you on that one. Oh, yeah.
Is there a number on that? Oh, you avoided all the numbers! Oh my gosh.
Blessed.
All right, he's gonna get it again. It's gonna be the
Boom. He's going to get it bad right here.
Well,
Oh, yes.
he got one?
9. You got 9.
Okay, 9.
All right.
Grab a leaf from outside.
Dang it!
It's hot. Real wobbly up here.
All right.
So do we need to pause and then come back?
Yeah, I guess I'm filming myself running out to grab a leaf, and it's very hot, so.
A leaf from my front yard.
Oh no, that's from outside, from the parking lot. Now I'm recording on my phone. I'm about to run outside as fast as I can. There's Alex. I'm gonna run outside as fast as I can, grab a leaf, and it's super hot, so we're gonna do it. You wanna give me a countdown, Alex?
3, 2, 1.
See? Oh no, it's so hot outside! Oh no! Got one! Woo! Oh, it's hot! Ah!
That was pretty fast, man.
Leaf on the table. See you guys in the next round. I'm back. I have my leaf.
Is that a plant leaf or a tree leaf?
It's from a tree.
Suspicious.
I jumped really high to get it. I was like Michael Jordan.
I've never seen a tree
Actually,
leaf.
I watched him do it. It
No,
was
okay.
pretty impressive.
All right, we'll
The
count it.
viewers saw.
His legs were like that too. Like
Yeah,
that.
I was like, wow. I dunked on the tree.
Air stone.
There's
Okay, it's my turn next. Let's
Yes.
go. All right, I'm gonna go over here.
Oh.
Oh, you think you can just switch to whatever side you want, huh?
Well, what do you expect?
Well, you know the way I play Jenga, you stay on your side. You're not allowed to
No.
just walk around wherever you want.
Not in my day.
How do you guys not get any dares?
Bless.
This is ridiculous.
Da-na-na-na. Wow, we are. Wow.
We gotta do test the water.
We got
5,
Ah!
4.
Ah! I'm going.
Oh boy. Oh, come on, come on. No!
Nothing! This is ridiculous!
All right, watch him get one, dude.
All right.
Watch him
Yeah,
get like
another one.
3 or something.
Blue. There. Oh, you finally got lucky, man.
Okay, now it's
Good job.
I see one.
It's definitely going down here.
It's gotta be
You're
my
knocking
turn.
this
All right.
thing over.
Okay, well I see a dare right there. So maybe I'll play strategically and not
Take that dare.
grab the one.
Oh, okay. Well done. Yeah. Well done.
Oh, it's getting real wobbly there.
Oh boy.
Yikes. Can barely touch most of these. Woo! Wow.
Oh, you got
hello.
Got one.
Oh man.
Dare. Oh, I got one. All right.
Okay, what is it?
Right, number 8 is a random dare that we get to choose.
Oh, okay. What do you want me to do? Whatever.
All right. How about, let's see.
There.
How about you show the entire world your disgusting coffee stain on your shirt?
Ooh!
I let him
All right.
borrow my shirt because he's
I
so
was trying to hide this terrible coffee stain on my shirt. So, okay, I went to this coffee place and they don't do straws anymore, which is fine. Save the environment. That's great. At least get a good lid, all right? The lid was not great, okay? I'm not going to name this coffee place. I like them. I like the people there. But the lid is not really effective.
Blame it on
Yeah.
the lid.
So we had to have a wardrobe change.
Yeah, this is my wardrobe change. Don't look at my stain.
Man, this is getting about as tall as where I gotta kind of move around on either side of it because
Thanks for that dare, guys. That was really nice. I'll take it.
easy compared to stone.
Yeah, this is ridiculous.
All right, go ahead. It's your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna go.
Louise, what happens if you knock it over?
We have
Some
to
punishment?
eat. We have to eat as much sriracha as.
Oh man, it's looking.
Oh, what? Shane's taking it down right here.
All right, Shane.
Gee, I'm just gonna get the wind blowing.
Oh my
goodness!
God. All right.
What?
Good luck.
Oh boy. Nope. Oh, hello.
Oh.
Got it there.
Ridiculous.
Number 4.
Got it there.
It says truth.
Oh. Oh, what's a good truth for
All right.
Alex?
Why have I not thought of this at all until this moment?
Yikes. That does not look like a sturdy foundation. That thing's about to go.
What do you think? What should we ask him?
I don't know. I used up all my ideas with the coffee.
I'm an open book, guys. What can I tell you that you don't already know? You know?
Okay, you have to tell us.
Did I use here? I'll give you a truth.
No, I got
All right.
one. I got
Did
one.
I used to watch Gilmore Girls? Yes, I did. Is that embarrassing? No, it's
I've
not.
watched it too. I mean,
It was pretty good writing.
So?
I kind of like the show.
I have not.
okay.
Hey, you're missing out, man.
I was gonna say what? It's
This is the meaning of life.
what is the
Gilmore
most
Girls.
risky thing you ever did whilst driving a van on a youth trip?
Well, Okay, can they fire me? Has it been long enough?
This is like Christy and Skylar on the pre-service video.
Okay, I will say it wasn't the riskiest thing I ever did.
Okay.
Was let Jamie Broad drive a van on a youth trip. Multiple speeding tickets, multiple youth trips.
I do remember
So-
being pulled over while in her van.
It wasn't me, but it was my decision to trust her to drive. Jamie, if you're watching this, I have no regrets. Those were great
You
trips.
divulged enough information for that to be sufficient. Let's move on.
All
Stone.
right. Are we going speed rounds?
Sure,
Yeah,
man.
we gotta
There you
pick
go.
this up.
Speed this up, man.
All right, I'm just
This is going down.
Ah!
What? How did
Okay,
you do
all right.
that? That was
Finesse.
All right.
It's all about the finesse.
9, 8, 7. What? Are you guys kidding me? What are you guys, savants at this game? Oh, please.
Okay. Did you get one? No.
All right.
Nothing.
Hey, number 5. We got number 5.
5. 10 jumping jacks. 1, 2, 3.
Too easy.
4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
How many
All right.
calories do you think you've burned since we started this game?
Enough.
Whoa. Okay.
I'm yelling, timber!
Number 2, run around the building.
Oh my.
Let's film that.
That was gonna suck. So we'll be right back to film that one.
All right, we got people filming around the building. Here we go. I've trained my whole life for this. Let's go! Oh, go Shane, go! Oh my gosh, the stairs are dangerous.
Okay, guys. So while Shane is out running, who knows how long that could take? So Alex and I are going to be playing rock paper scissors. Best 3 out of 5, right?
3.
Best 3 out of 5. Whoever loses each round is going to get an egg thrown at them. Half of these are just regular raw eggs. The other half are hard boiled.
How bad is this gonna hurt?
Pretty bad. Pretty bad.
Why are we
So-
doing this?
I don't. For you guys at home, be appreciative. Put in the comments how much you appreciate Alex
And Stone.
and Stone. All right,
Stone has gone through a lot today.
I've gone through too much today. Are you ready?
Yes,
All right. On shoot.
of course. What other way is there to play? Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Oh!
Okay.
All right. Are you ready?
Yep. Yeah, felt it. Felt it. Okay, I'm ready. Next round. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. You gotta be kidding me!
All right.
Oh my gosh! Wow! Oh,
That one
I
popped.
swear I better win one of these. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Are you kidding me? Ah!
Oh, good luck.
Oh! Wow! Okay.
That was a hard ball.
Okay. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Yes! Oh, I'm gonna pick a good one for you.
No, please.
Oh, yes.
No.
Oh my gosh, those things are solid.
That
Wow.
does not feel good.
All right. How many of you won? I've lost track.
I think I did 2.
I've
You
got
one.
I've got 2 eggs over here.
Who
1,
knows?
2.
We'll
All right.
just do a couple more.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Yes! This ties it up 2 to 2.
boy.
Oh, yes. Oh, these are disgusting. Oh my gosh.
Skyler, what did you do to these eggs?
Oh, these are awful. All right, this is it.
All right,
Tiebreaker.
yes, tiebreaker right here.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Yeah! All right.
All right.
Oh man.
Well, I guess while we're cleaning up, let's check and see where Shane's at.
Yeah,
He's been
what's
running
he
for a
doing?
while.
Oh wait.
That's terrible. Faster! Come on, man! You gotta make better time than that. Yes, I believe in you, Shane.
Okay. We're done.
I don't need to diet anymore. That was enough. It's like 3 miles.
You're good. You've lost a lot of weight.
Thanks. This black shirt hides a lot.
My turn, I think.
Yeah, I think it's Alex
All right.
next. I am breathing so hard.
Easy, meeny, miny.
Oh no!
Oh, that one has one, I think.
Number one.
Numero uno.
It's another truth.
Oh, he gets all the easy ones.
Too easy.
Okay, I gave the last one.
Should we switch it and make him do something else on the list? Just
I'm
for
not
fun?
scared. Do it. Give me a dare.
I want you to sing a Taylor Swift song.
Come on. Give me an octave. Come on, shake it up. Wait, is that her? Shake it up. Shake. I can't find the beat or the rhythm or the.
That's enough.
That's what that. Shake. There's so many songs that have shake in it. Jesse, help me. What's the shake it? Shake it off? Is that it? Go on, shake it off. No, that's not it.
That's it. That's all. Shake it up.
Yeah. Shake it off. Yeah, oh, yeah, there you go. Shake it off. Shake it off. That's all I got.
Oh man,
I can't find the beat or whatever you call that.
It was good enough.
that is enough.
Oh man! All right.
Going down.
Let's end this.
Going.
thing.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, I have to eat this sriracha after.
Oh, dude, this thing is so.
Where are
wobbly.
my options? Okay, I have one down here.
Oh no, that was too easy.
Oh boy!
That was way too easy.
It's coming down to the wire.
Come on, baby. Nope. Wow, these up here
You
are
gotta pick.
blessed. Come on, baby. Oh boy.
Oh my word!
Come on.
I'm literally sweating.
This is ridiculous.
Really stuck.
Oh man!
Oh my gosh!
I can't compete.
All on stone.
This is ridiculous. I hate this game.
Yes! No chance. You're going down. You're going down. You're going down. You're going down.
It's so high.
10, 9, 8. Oh man,
That'd been really cool if I got it.
Okay, so since you destroyed the
phone
towers, you need to have a spoonful
A spoonful?
or as much
Oh, I'm not doing
sriracha.
that. I'm doing a.
Oh, he's got
Oh, okay,
a
man.
Starburst covered in sriracha.
You want to put that in your mouth and then I'll just load it up with sriracha? All right, here we go. All right. Oh, gosh. Is that enough?
No, that's not
Oh,
enough.
he said not enough.
That's not enough! More! More! Come on, open up! More! Come on, one more. There we go.
Oh, man.
I can't believe he did this again. Oh
Look, Shane loves it. He'll do it. Oh, no. Well, hey, I think that's the game. It's been fun. See you for whatever's next.
Oh no!
Hey everybody, welcome to our last week of Change My Mind. Again, we've been trying to have conversations every week of difficult things, and what today's topic is something that you guys have submitted. And what's interesting that it's not your topic. What you guys have said and submitted is, I talk to my friends about Jesus, and one of the biggest things that they bring up is the resurrection of Jesus. And I get that. Listen, if we went to school together and you sat across from me and said, I believe in a dude who rose from the dead, I would probably be like, oh, you're crazy. But as soon as we talk about Jesus, I'm like, that's not weird. But you have to think about it through the lens of other people, right? It sounds crazy. It sounds weird. And so today we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about Jesus rising from the dead, the three biggest theories on like how it didn't happen, and we're talking about the truth of what we know, and then how to converse about it. But we would love for you to put in the chat, though, just in the chat right now, how many guys you are argumentative? Just raise your hand, put it in the chat. How many guys you love to bicker and to fight? Like my siblings and I, when I go to my hometown, my wife claims that I fight with my mom on purpose because like we just can't be together in the same room without fighting. Now I'm talking about play fighting. I'm not talking about like we go at it for real, but it's just I love aggravating her. But how many of you guys like you're competitive? Like I'm competitive, and I love just discussing and learning things. But if we don't agree on something, I want to research hardcore, and I want to learn, so that when we meet, we talk about something, I can be right. Because I love being right, and I think we all do. But sometimes in these conversations, we need to hear both sides of it. And so this is one where it's really hard to be like, I am right. This is one of those things where we have to have grace and truth. So we need to listen to people's concerns and then give them the truth. And so if you're anything like me, I didn't grow up in faith. I didn't grow up in a Christian home. When I was in middle school, high school, I didn't know faith. I didn't know who Jesus was. But the last week before senior year of high school, it all changed. So I remember going back to high school, just trying to talk about faith. And it was really hard because they would ask me questions I didn't know the answers to. And the beauty is that we want to answer all those questions that we can. So over the next couple weeks, we won't have a traditional service on Wednesday nights for the next 2 weeks. Instead, we want to keep collecting more of your questions and answer them in great detail if we can. But today, I just want to talk about the resurrection of Jesus, because our faith clings on it, right? Because a lot of people are like, oh, Noah, that's fine, I could see that, I could see this happening, I could see that happening, David and Goliath, I could see this, I could see that. But if you can believe that God created everything, and then if you can kind of wrap your mind around Jesus rising from the dead, probably the rest of Scripture your friends can get. But you guys have asked, what do I say? When my friend says, I don't believe in Jesus, how do you believe in that? There's no way he rose from the dead. What do we say? And so I just want to take it straight to the passage. In Matthew 27, Matthew's a biography about Jesus, written by a guy named Matthew. Matthew 27, verse 62 says, the next day, the one after preparation day, the chief priests and the Pharisees went to Pilate. Sir, they said, we remember that while he was still alive, that the deceiver said. So you hear that? They called Jesus a deceiver. These people, they've already killed Jesus, and they are now talking about he's a deceiver, and they're trying to figure out their next step. So it wasn't enough to kill Jesus. They want to go further, and so they called him the deceiver, which I think is insane, right? After 3 days, I will rise again. So give the order for the tomb to be made secure until the third day. Otherwise, the disciples may come and steal the body and tell the people that he has been raised from the dead. This last deception will be worse than the first. Take a guard, Pilate answered. Go make the tomb as secure as you know how. So they went and made the tomb secure by putting a seal on the stone and posting the guard. I don't know if you've ever been in an argument with someone, but if you're anything like me, when I win an argument, I sometimes remind the person that I won. If you and your friend are arguing about a TV quote and you remembered it right, you kind of rub it in your friend's face. Or for me, when I'm fighting with my siblings, when I'm right, I remind them that I was right. And if they ever get me to admit I'm wrong about something, I bring up that one time I was right. And so this is one of those things they are preparing for. We can't get this wrong. Jesus has to stay in the grave. And so they put guards around him. They put guards around the situation. But the thing that happens is that Jesus arises from the dead 3 days later, and he shows himself to many people. And then the faith grows, even to today. So the three biggest reasons people say that Jesus didn't rise from the dead, I think are quite interesting. And so if you're a note taker, I encourage you to write it down. If you're someone you're new to Stonebridge, you're new to the Jesus thing, your friend invited you, I would encourage you to kind of think through this. But one of the things that they said is that he swooned. I don't know if you guys know what a swooned is. I didn't say swanned, he swooned. So to swoon is to fall unconscious. You can just imagine Jesus is on the cross, right? He all his blood is out to the point that there's water. So there's a theory that Jesus fell unconscious, and then the guards took him. But we got to pause right there. The guards at this time were professional executors. The cross was the best way to kill someone. It was torturous. It was embarrassing. It was awful. So these guards, if you did not kill the prisoner you're supposed to kill, if you didn't execute that prisoner, they were going to come after your whole family. So there's no way these guys are rolling the dice oh, he's still alive. No! Dude, they want to protect their families and their jobs. They made sure he was dead. But the first idea is the swoon. So he fell unconscious. The guards were like, oh, we feel bad for him. Put him in the cave. In the cave, the temperature is so cool that despite all his wounds, because he was flogged and he was whipped and he was beaten, he carried the cross and he had a crown of thorns, the temperature of the tomb allowed his time of healing to then he walked outside the tomb, moved the stone, and then he said, what's up, guards? And he walked away. No, guys, there is no way. There's no way that happened. He did not swoon. There is no possible way. Another thing that people say is that everyone hallucinated that Jesus was here. I don't know about you. I've never really hallucinated much. But I don't think if I hallucinated a lot and you hallucinated a lot, if we hallucinated together, I doubt we're going to have like the same story. So they try to say like, all these people hallucinated the same thing. No, that's not a thing. Like, you can look outside of Christianity and see that Jesus was a real person. You can look at different writings and different literatures and different things and see that Jesus was a real person. So what they want to say, some people would say, is like, oh, they hallucinated his death and they hallucinated everything after. So my question for someone like that is, cool, so if they hallucinated the cross and they hallucinated the resurrection, where's Jesus at? You know what I'm saying? Like, people didn't like him. He was doing miracles. He had massive crowds around him. So where's Jesus at? And there's other theories that I think are interesting. Like, I heard one that disciples stole the body. If you guys don't know the story of Jesus, his best friends, his crew, his squad, his people are called the disciples. And they are like fishermen, not well-educated guys. And Jesus moved through them because Jesus uses ordinary people like you and like me and all kinds of people to do extraordinary things with the gospel. He takes simple people to take his simple message and do profoundly spiritual things. But Jesus dies, and one of the theories is that his disciples, 12 unschooled fishermen, beat up all the guards, moved the stone, got into the cave, somehow brought him back to life without a hospital, without medical equipment, and then he lived along his merry days. No, dude, you're crazy. You're crazy. And then the last one is that they think everyone went to the wrong tomb. Y'all, come on. So dude, I don't know. I don't know if you've ever been to a funeral, and maybe you've never been to a funeral, so I'll just describe it. I remember my father-in-law being buried, and I remember we were at the church for a long time, and then moments before we were supposed to do the ceremony, my son takes off, like, it's like we're about to pray. We're all holding hands, we're about to pray. My son, who's like 3 at the time, decides like, dear God, my son just rips his clothes off naked. He's 3 years old, just naked, running around the prayer circle. And so everyone's like praying and crying. And I'm like, Jude, my thoughts, get over it. And like trying to be like very gentle during the prayer. So then like we walk in to do the funeral, and I'm holding my son. He's in his briefs, and I give him an iPad like, shh, be quiet. And so he falls asleep in the car once the funeral's over. We drive to the graveside, and I can still take you there to this day. My great aunt Jenna, when she passed away, my grandmother Beth, when she passed away, I can still take you to their graves. Because there's just something emotional about processing, like, this is real. Because when death happens, it's tragic. And I can just remember processing it. I can remember going to their gravesides. So one of the theories is Jesus' mom watched him be murdered in front of everybody. And then she watched where they took him, to what tomb, and then she forgot what tomb it was. So when everyone was proclaiming that Jesus had risen from the dead, or that they couldn't find him, that she forgot what tomb. Even if Mary was not a good mother, if she went to one tomb and realized it was wrong, she would go to another, wouldn't you think? And those are the best theories people have. Honestly, swoon, hallucinating, that the body was stolen, the wrong tomb. Like, these are the best theories people have. But I want to point you to what I believe is the truth. And Matthew says this in chapter 28. After the Sabbath, at dawn on the first day of the week, Mary Magdalene and the other Mary went to the tomb. There was a violent earthquake, for an angel of the Lord came down from heaven, and going to the tomb, rolled back the stone and sat on it. His appearance was like lightning. His clothes were white as snow. The guards were so afraid of him that they shook and became like dead men. The angel said to the woman, "Do not be afraid, for I know that you are looking for Jesus who was crucified. He's not here. He has risen, and just as he said, come and see the place where he lay. Then go quickly and tell his disciples, he has risen from the dead and is going ahead of you into Galilee. There you will see him. Now I have told you." So the women hurried away from the tomb, yet afraid, yet filled with joy, and ran to his disciples. And so that's what we see. And what's cool is that it gives very specific details. Like it says in all 4 Gospels, which is just 4 different biographies of Jesus, one of them says that the stuff is still there. Because back in the day, like they would wrap the dead body. So it's almost like he like levitated out of it. So you can still see like the framework that would have been the body. And if you guys love literature humor, I love literature humor. So John is one of the disciples. He wrote one of the Gospels. So John and another guy were running to the tomb. And it says the other guy was winning, the other guy was winning. And then when Jesus left, beat him to the tomb. So John slips in there like, I'm faster than you, homie. Like, I'm faster than all the other disciples. And I feel like if I was a disciple and I wrote a biography of Jesus, I would be like humble. But honestly, if I beat Stone running to the tomb, I'd probably put that in the Bible. I don't know. That's what we believe happened. We believe that Jesus rose from the dead. We believe that it was written hundreds and thousands of years before Jesus came that he would come to Jerusalem on a donkey. Because when Jesus came, he fulfilled all the prophecies said about him. When Jesus was alive, he said that he'd be killed and that he would rise 3 days later. And I don't know. I think there's no evidence to win on the other side. I think if there had been evidence, and even a little bit, that other people who don't believe in Jesus could have found, they would have kept rubbing it in our faces like I do with my siblings, or you do with your family, or we do with our friends. But they don't have that. And so, change my mind. Let's have a conversation. Jesus is who he says he is. Jesus did. He came to forgive us of our sins. He did die for us. He lived a perfect life. And now we have peace in him. Not because he died, but because he resurrected. Because he overcame the grave. And so for next steps, like how do we respond today? Honestly, I would challenge you just to read the Gospels and just learn about Jesus. Read the Gospels and see what Jesus says. If you want to start with Matthew, it's the first Gospel in the New Testament. It's the one I'm reading from right now. And I would just encourage you to just read the words of Jesus and do what he says. But we love you guys, and we want you to submit more questions. We want you to submit things like, I try to talk about my faith and my friends say this. And we want to answer those as much as we can. But we love you guys. We're for you guys. Again, we won't have service the next 2 Wednesdays as a traditional sense, but we're still going to post funny videos. We're still going to post videos answering your questions. And we're still going to post a couple videos of Change My Mind, talking about big subjects. We'll put interviews on our YouTube channel. But just follow along with us on YouTube, on Instagram, and let's just follow Jesus together and see what happens. I'd love to pray with you before we go. God, we love you, and we thank you for Jesus. We thank you that he not only died for us, but he resurrected for us. God, we thank you that you make it clear, God, of what you've done. We thank you for your truth, and that it doesn't change. We think that the stories never change. God, we know that people have opposition towards you, but we are so thankful that you provide the truth. God, we love you. We're so thankful for you. It's in your son's name we pray. Amen. See you guys.
Oh,
Doing good, man. Doing good. Proud of you.
oh,
He's going to throw up.
That's gonna hurt coming out.
that was the worst flavor combination I could have possibly imagined.
Yeah, you probably should have gone with the protein bar.
Well, I can't have that. It has nuts in it.
No, Stone's the real MVP of today.
That's disgusting.
Man.
Oh. Oh no. That was not good.
This might be one of the best bits yet, guys.
Oh no. Oh, I don't know how to react.
Looks like you're done reacting. But you probably gotta go get a vacuum and
Hey, Sprite, clean up your mess.
clean this up.
I need a minute.
Oh my gosh.